Hi friends, welcome to SGK English for a new video. Today let us learn Dr.B. Ambedkar, 6th class, unit 7, page number 99. Whoever has textbooks, please take it. Others, please listen. 6th class, AP, unit 7. So let us come to the lesson directly. It is in the form of a letter. Okay, it's a long lesson, that's why we are hurriedly moving towards the lesson. So it's in the form of a letter. Read the following letter written by Swapna. It is a letter written by Swapna to her friend Kusuma. So Swapna is writing a letter to Kusuma about a project that she is working on. Yes. So Swapna is working on a project and she writes a letter to her friend Kusuma. So place a date given there. Friendly letter. You know how to write a letter. If you have any doubt regarding, please visit SGK English for a letter writing. Yes. Dear Kusuma, I hope everything goes well with you. I hope that everything goes well with you. Yes, instead of telling how are you okay? Telling directly, I hope, I expect that everything goes well with you. I am now rather busy with a project work in my school. Now, I am a little busy with a project work in my school. The title of the project is Pillars of Modern India. The title of the project is Pillars of Modern India. You know, any building, any structure, house or whatever stands on pillars. Not, on cement or bricks or something. Strong pillars should be there. Foundation should be strong. Yes, on the pillars that the building stands. In the same way, the nation stands on the strong foundation laid by our founders of modern India. Yes, pillars of modern India. We have to collect some important incidents. For this, we have to collect some important incidents that happened in the lives of eminent persons. Which happened in the life of eminent, means famous persons who laid the foundation for a modern India. Eminent means important or famous persons who laid the foundation for a modern India. For this project, I have to collect some important matters, some incidents that happened, in the lives of the eminent persons, important persons, famous persons who laid the foundation. It is they who laid the foundation for modern India. Now I am working on the life of Dr.B. Ambedkar. So I am collecting all the details regarding some important or eminent persons who laid the foundation for modern India. Now I am working on the life of Dr.B. Ambedkar. That's the first paragraph. Once read that, please. Once read that. Okay. Let us come to the paragraph number 2. I am writing this letter to tell you certain heart-touching incidents. Now, I want to tell you some heart-touching incidents from the life of Dr. B. Ambedkar. Some touching, some moving. See, some that will make you feel as heart-felt. See, incidents of Dr. B. Ambedkar. You see, they are very interesting. You can find that they are very, very, very interesting. Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, also known as Baba Saheb, was born into a Mahar family. Yes, Mahar is a caste, actually low caste, not a high caste. On 14th April 1891, remember the date? he was born. When was he born? When was he born? On 14th April 1891 at Mahau in Madhya Pradesh. As in a small village, Mahau in Madhya Pradesh, that B.R. Ambedkar was born. When was Ambedkar born? When was he born? He was born on 14th April 1891. Place at Mahau in Madhya Pradesh. Bhimrao started experiencing, he began experiencing the pangs of untouchability. Yes, there was that caste discrimination. High caste, low caste. Is it not so? Previously there was a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmanas are supposed to do only holy things, attending the work of God, etc. Kshatriya should take care of the protection of the country. In a way, soldiers, they are fighting for the country. Kshatriyas, Vaishyas are supposed to do business and trade, and Shudras are expected to do only menial jobs, low class menial jobs. Okay, they are worse than servants. So into such a caste that Ambedkar was born, Mahar caste. Okay, where is it? Yes, at the beginning he began experiencing the pangs of untouchability. Pangs means pain, actually, not simply pain. Strong pain that will never leave you. You see, pangs of conscience. Suppose you have done something really wrong and you feel sorry for that, that pain will not leave you from your heart, from your mind. See, the pangs of conscience. The prick of conscience also is there. Prick of conscience. The same way, a pain that is long lasting, I mean, it will not leave from you so easily. That's what pangs of untouchability. So low caste people are not supposed to go very near to the high caste people. Not really touching, but don't go near to them. If you go near, they will become unholy, and for that you will be punished physically also, beaten, severely beaten. Is it not so? Really, it was too cruel. Yes. So pangs of untouchability he began experiencing. In his childhood itself. From his childhood, his father was working in a distant village named Korigaon, Madhya Pradesh. You see, his father was working in a distant village. When Bhimrao was 9 years old, a small child of 9 years old, okay, now, fourth standard, he along with his brother and cousin, went to Korigaon to spend the summer vacation with his father. Father was working in Korigaon, and they went, his brother and cousin together, they went to spend summer holidays, to spend happily with his father. They had written a letter to his father about their arrival. During that time, there was no mobile phones to send the message, no SMS. Okay, so they wrote a letter. That is the only way to communicate something. So they really wrote a letter to his father, okay, about their arrival. But his father had not received the letter in time. Unfortunately enough, his father did not receive the letter in time. Therefore, he did not come to the railway station to receive the children. As he did not receive the letter, he did not come to receive the children at the railway station. Otherwise, he would have come. Otherwise, he would have come to pick them. Okay. So, he did not receive the letter in time. They managed to rent a bullock cart for Korigaon. No taxi, no auto rickshaw. At that time, what was available was a bullock cart drawn by bullocks. The ill treatment of the cartman, the cartman, ill treatment, see, very bad treatment, frightened the children on the way. They were really frightened by the ill treatment, you see, of the cart driver, bullock cart driver, okay, not modern luxury car or something, okay, so not a BMW or something like that, simply a bullock cart. Even a bullock cart driver ill-treated them because he belonged to higher caste. That is why caste played a vital or very important role in those days. Okay, the children were frightened. By midnight, the cart reached a resting place. They had traveled a long way. Around midnight, the cart reached a resting place. Beam went to the man there and said, something like an inn, I-N-N, resting place. Something like a hotel, not exactly hotel. You will be given some place to rest, etc. and etc. Okay, so some food also will be available there. Beam went to the man there and said, sir, we are very thirsty. Please give us some water. So he did not ask any luxurious thing. Very thirsty, sir. Give us some water. Manji neelu. He said, give us some water to drink. We are very thirsty, very tired, traveling long kilometers. Please give us some water to drink. Who has kept water for you? The man was very angry. See, he felt a low-caste people. Why should I give? How can I give? I cannot give. There's untouchability. Yes, untouchability. You may remember that Mahatma Gandhi was thrown from the compartment of a train because he was a black man. Means Indian. Okay now? Yes, at that time it was there. Once upon a time it was there. You don't know the condition to how it was before independence. Okay now? Who has kept water for you? Huh? Who has kept water for you? Who is going to give you water? No, you are low-caste people. Who has kept water for you? He was very angry. Replied the man rudely, means roughly, very cruelly. As he came to know that they were Mahars. Mahar is a low caste. Yes, as he belonged to low caste, not a high caste man, they were very angry and shouted, who has kept water for you? Who has kept water for you? He shouted. Yes. With that they had to sleep that night without food and water. So they had to sleep there without any food, neither any water. Even a glass of water was not given, only because he belonged to low caste, Mahar caste. Okay. The nightmare means frightening night, fearful night. That is nightmare. Okay now. I mean, nightmare is actually means a dream that will frighten you. A dream that will frighten you. Is it fearful night? This nightmare incident, this fearful incident made an indelible impression, which cannot be deleted, which cannot be removed. Indelible, that means which cannot be removed, means everlasting, long-lasting impression on the tender mind of Bhimrao Ambedkar. Means soft mind, small boy of 9 years. Okay now. So this made a strong impression, very strong impression in the mind of that small boy of 9 years of age. Because he belonged to low caste, he was refused to be given a glass of water even after traveling long kilometers. Only because he belonged to a lower caste. It made a long-lasting impression in the mind of Ambedkar. Let us move on to the next paragraph. They reached Korigavur at 11 in the morning next day. On the following day, by 11 o'clock in the morning, they reached their destination. His father was surprised to see them. His father was really shocked and surprised. Of course, pleasant surprise, he was so happy, but how the children can come by themselves without the help of some grown-up people, he was surprised. During that time, yes, they traveled almost one day and came on the following day, 11 o'clock. Okay now, he was really surprised. Later it was known that his father's servant had received their letter. Actually, letter was sent and servant also received it, but forgotten to give it to his father. Unfortunately enough, father's servant had really received the letter, but he had forgotten to hand it over to our Ambedkar's father. Okay, Ambedkar came to know that all persons were not alike. Equality. One of the pillars of a democracy and democratic nation. Equality. Okay, even French Revolution had 3 ideals: liberty, equality, and fraternity. See, means brotherhood. Okay, the ideals of French Revolution, even during that time on which was there, equality. See, all are created equal by God. So we should be feel the equality. Your brothers are equal to you. Your neighbors are equal to you. All are equal before the eyes of law. All are equal before the eyes of God. The same way, we are all equal before the eyes of law. Yes, from the first citizen of India, Mr. President, to the least, serving servant, all are equal before the eyes of law. Eyes of law. Yes, Ambedkar came to know that all persons were not alike. Inequality was there during that time. All people, all persons are or were not alike at that time, not now. At that time, all people were not alike, means there was no equality. There was a Brahmin teacher in his high school. Here it means that though he was discriminated by many people, there were good people also. Here it means that though they were discriminated by some people, there were good people also. Okay. See, in his high school there was a Brahmin who showed great love and affection for Bhim Rao. There were good people also. Though there was inequality, discrimination and caste discrimination, there were good people also. There was a Brahmin teacher who was very lovable, friendly, and who showed great love and affection for Bhim Rao. This Brahmin teacher showed love and affection for Bhim Rao Ambedkar. He offered meals to Bhim during his recess. Recess means a break, interval. The Brahmin teacher, poor boy, he was Ambedkar. So Ambedkar was given food items, meals by this Brahmin teacher. This teacher left a mark of love on Bhim's life. Yes, he, left a strong mark of love. A symbol of love he was. So he left a strong mark of love in the mind of Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Ambedkar remembered the teacher throughout his life. He remembered the lovable, this good teacher throughout his life. Ambedkar felt that lack of education is the root cause of caste discrimination in India. Yes, he understood that, he felt that lack of education, illiterate people we were once upon a time, illiterate, means not able to read and write. What is literacy? Be able to read and write. Not able to read and write is known as a illiteracy. So, lack of education is a main reason, main problem or root cause of caste discrimination in India. The root cause of caste discrimination is, what is that according to Ambedkar? Lack of education. According to Ambedkar, the root cause of discrimination, caste discrimination is lack of education. So he desired to uplift, means raise up, lift up, what's that? The oppressed classes, means those who are suffering, those who are persecuted, those who are made to suffer. Yes, and remove caste barriers. Barrier means obstacles, means difficulties. So he tried to uplift the poor caste and poor people and raise them to the level of high caste, high level people, educated people, and he began working for that and remove all caste barriers. See, obstacles are made by the caste and caste discrimination. So he began working, for uplifting the poor people and removing the caste barriers. Okay, now I hope that one page is clear to you. If you can complete the entire lesson, the video will be pretty too long. So let us complete it in the next video. Okay, now meet you in the next video. Goodbye.